Alright guys, Barwood Town here, and welcome back for another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. I suppose for this video you could say Dokkan Battle stroke Dragon Ball Heroes. But for the sake of this video, it's kind of one and the same. As we all know, Heroes is coming. So what I wanted to do is have a look at kind of the Heroes units that we have at the moment. Which ones are supposed to be in your Awakenings, and what we can actually get as part of the Heroes banner. Sure, everyone's got all sorts of ideas about the units that we've actually got. So I've put together, I think, 3 or 4 ideas of what I would like to see personally. If you'd like to see something different, then let me know in the comments. Yeah, I thought we'd initially start off just by looking at what we already have. So these are the Dokkan Awakenings that we have. Obviously there's a couple of extra units that aren't on here because they don't have Awakenings, but we can kind of touch on them. I think that kind of the first main unit that was kind of heading up the banner from last year was this Super Saiyan 4 Vegito. He was a crossover category lead. All the Dragon Ball Heroes category units are on crossover. So yeah, pretty much leads the category, as well as you've got kind of Dragon Ball Heroes leads separately anyway. But this guy, he was very hype. Again, most Super Saiyan 4 units are hype, and then when that Super Saiyan 4 unit is a Vegito, becomes very hype. It helps that he's a support for the category, so he's a Giant 8 power category support, and he's also a crossover category support. And then he's got that good old Super Saiyan 4 mechanic where he can dodge and counter. So he was a really good unit. And then look at the amount of teams he's on for kind of a Heroes unit. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams that he's on. Solid link set. Yeah, really hype unit. So then a lot of these were Awakenings. So things like this, this Mirror, he was an Awakening. I think this guy was a free-to-play unit from the story event that came out. Pretty sure Dabura might have been new as well. But yeah, you can see there's a couple of them. I got a good number of them. And then there's a couple that I didn't as well. One of the ones I didn't get, which I was really gutted about, was Broly. So this Super Saiyan 4 Broly, similar to the Vegito, kind of headed up the Heroes banner last year on Global and JP. The Broly here, Giant 8 power category lead, causes immense damage to enemy and greatly lowers defense. And then his passive, attack and defense plus 140 when performing a super attack, launches an additional attack that has a high chance of becoming a super attack when there is another Giant 8 power category ally attacking in the same turn. So if you start running with this guy with like the Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, they share kind of the basic Saiyan links. They share Saiyan Warrior Way, Super Saiyan, maybe prepared for battle, Saiyan Raw, Fierce Battle. So there's a number of links that you share with the Vegito, as well as being on a number of teams. This Brody was a wrecking ball as well. He was just so good. And again, massive buffs for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta's Giant 8 power team. So they were the 2 main units. And then we got 2 other banner units. So we got Super Saiyan 4 Gohan, Super Saiyan 4 Bardock. Again, separately really hype units. Throw in the fact that they're Super Saiyan 4, massively hype. Didn't have Awakenings though, so they were okay. You could run them a little bit. You're not going to use them for a lot of content just because they're not awakened. They're not going to have the stats of awakened units. A lot of people were hoping that they would get Awakenings in the celebration, and it's not a case of they're 100% not. It's just not looking likely. It's more looking like the 2019 and 20 Dragon Ball Heroes units, or rather early 2020 Dragon Ball Heroes units are getting Awakenings, and we'll go on to that in a second. So then, yeah, so these are some of the other older units. Again, I'm really annoyed I don't have some of these, like Super Saiyan 3 Goku would have been helpful when going through hard content like a year ago. Same with Cooler, he'd be really strong on a Wicked Bloodlines team. And then you've got some of the older units that are maybe a little bit outdated. But yeah, I don't think we have an Easy A Heroes unit at at all yet. So maybe we get our first Heroes Easy A. We haven't seen a Transformation Heroes unit for a while. So what, I think the Demigra. I think there is a Demigra that transforms. Maybe not. Unless I just can't find him. But yeah, we haven't had very many transformation units on the category. The one that sticks out for me is Sealess. He becomes a lot better when he transforms, so maybe we could be seeing a transforming unit coming up in this Heroes. Either way, there's a lot of content for them to draw from. That's what we have at the moment. Paragon till death. Hi, Paragon. Mira does. Does he? Not that one. That's Fu. Where's Mira? Can I just not see him? Is he on crossover or is he on Heroes? Fire Mira transforms into Super Saiyan 4 Mira after absorbing Toa. Let's go by physical. He's not coming up there. Let's have a look on the crossover team. This guy? That's why I couldn't see him. So, we've got a Mira that transforms as well. Thank you for that, Paragon till death. So yeah, there's not a massive amount of transforming units. There definitely could be more. Looking at this guy, I definitely would want the new Mira, to be honest. But yeah, so that's what we have in the pool at the moment. That's what's already out in Dokkan. What we'll do is we'll go and have a look and see what has been confirmed so far. And that is these guys. So these are all 2019-2020 Heroes units. So I think the Gohanks came out January 2020 on Global, and a lot of them were the 2019 Heroes celebration. And these are all confirmed to be getting Awakenings. These have been announced on kind of the social media feeds, and we'd be looking forward to see them. Looking at it, I'm assuming the Super Saiyan Goku and the Super Saiyan Vegeta are going to be Awakenings of the base Zeno versions. So I think the Goku's Phi and the Vegeta's Int, I think. So at the moment they're just base Vegeta and Goku Zeno, and when they awaken they're going to go into their Super Saiyan versions. Similar with Gohanks, Vegex, and Gotenks. I'm assuming they're just going to go up a form, because I'm pretty sure there's an SSR Super Saiyan Gotenks from Heroes. But yeah, these guys are confirmed to be getting Awakenings. Some of these could be massive buffs for a good few categories. For example, the Goku and Vegeta are supports for the relevant categories. So Goku supports Goku's family, and I think the Vegeta supports a Vegeta's family team as well. The other units as well, they're not massively useful. I think I've got Gotenks and Vegex, and they're not runnable really at the moment. But especially if you look at the Gotenks and Super Saiyan 3 Gohanks from the looks of him, they could be really relevant on things like Super Saiyan 3. And especially with Extreme Super Battle Road being a thing, and Super Saiyan 3 not being the strongest of categories, you could definitely make an argument for especially those two units being very usable when this difficult content drops. So this is what has already been confirmed. So this is why I don't think we'll be getting Awakenings for the Super Saiyan 4 Gohan and the Super Saiyan 4 Bardock in this celebration. So it looks like they kind of do it 2 years. So where the Gohan and Bardock came out last year, they won't do them this year, and then I'd expect to see Awakenings for them next year at the latest. And then as these are the 2019 units, it's now 2021, it makes a bit more sense as to why we're getting these guys Awakenings and not the Super Saiyan 4s. Not to say that they're 100% not coming, I just don't think that they are. Now, so we've seen what we have, we've seen what is confirmed to be coming. Obviously we don't know the actual banner units yet. And now I wanted to go through and have a look at some of the units that I think might be coming. If I've still got it, it might still be here actually. There we go. So the first one is a Joined Forces Cooler and Freezer unit. So because of how the anime and movies and things work, I'm not going to say we're not going to see a Cooler come back and be in a movie, but I don't think there's anything other than Heroes realistically, or in the near future anyway, where we could see a Joined Forces Golden Cooler and Golden Freezer unit. Whereas this is an actual thing in Heroes, We've already seen Final Form Golden Cooler, so his form that he uses in his movie, or in the first movie at least, where he's got that big, bulky form with the horns sticking out. We've seen a golden version of that. We don't have a golden form of this cooler in the game at all yet, and certainly not a cooler and Freezer. So I think that'd be a really cool thing to see. And you could even throw them on a team like Siblings Bond, obviously, because they're related. It'd be a massive boost for like Wicked Bloodlines. You'd probably put them on Transformation Boost. It'd be a different kind of unit for Joined Forces. I think this would be a really cool unit to see on the category, and a unit that a lot of people will be quite hyped for. Whether it's going to be a thing, I don't know, but with Heroes, you just can't say. Yeah, moving into the next one. Skipped way ahead. This guy. So, this is Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, but it could be a Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Gogeta. You could even get maybe a UI Gogeta. So this is... I'm not 100% sure whether this guy would be dropping, because he's in the episode of Dragon Ball Heroes from literally a month ago. So he was in the most recent episode. And it tends to be the case with Dokkan, where they're working on these units. They know what's going on a good kind of 6 months in advance. And where this unit has only come out a month ago, I'm not sure whether he would be included in Dokkan. I think he'd be a mega hype unit. As we know, it's always the case. Fusions, whatever they are, sell. Gogetas, Vegitos, they sell. So if they can bring them into Dokkan, it's going to be massively hype, and I think a lot of people would summon for him. And the fact that at the moment he seems to be in blue, and then I think in this scene he goes into blue Evo as well. But you've also got like the white shimmers outside, which could hint at like an Ultra Instinct Gogeta, and that just seems crazy, doesn't it? As like a fanboy, seeing an Ultra Instinct Gogeta, we would like to see that as a community, and it's something we're probably not going to see for years and years and years by the main like canon movies and things like that. But Heroes just different ballpark. This is definitely a possibility of something we could see, something that would be really hype for the community. Me personally, I would like to see it. So that's Unit 2 of 3 that I think we could be getting. In terms of maybe a leader skill, you could maybe see like what a Fusion stroke Dragon Ball Heroes lead. That could be quite cool. And yeah, so then the last thought that I have in regards to a unit, I probably already leaked it from where I was trying to find the right one, and that is Super Saiyan 3 Rose. So this guy could be a buff for a lot of teams. So things like Super Saiyan, well, it's whether he's classed as Super Saiyan 3, but he could be a massive buff for that team. But then you've got teams like Time Travelers, it'd be really good on. I don't know, I doubt he'd be on Future Saga this one. Even though it's the Future Saga Goku Black, I don't think he would be on that because it's not the Saga and he's not in like the future timeline at this point. He's just in the Heroes timeline. But people love Goku Black. He was one of the most hyped up villains as well. People say he's one of the best villains in Dragon Ball history, probably rivaling Frieza for that title. And the fact that he's come back in Heroes in, let's face it, a pretty cool form, you could definitely see that. And although we've got him completely clothed in this picture, when he does go full power in the most recent episode of Heroes, he does lose his shirt as well. So that could incorporate kind of the thing that Dokkan's doing at the moment with the clothes mechanic. So take Super Saiyan Blue Evolution Vegeta when he does his active skill and he loses his shirt. Or even the Goku and Piccolo that have just dropped on Global. When you use their active skill, they take off clothes. So they love stripping their characters at the moment, and I think everyone would love a shirtless Super Saiyan 3 Rose just going ham on people. But yeah, this would be another really hype unit as well. I think you could make arguments for all three of them. I think if you want, there tends to be like the two main units. So if you look at last year's banner, for example, you had kind of the 4 Super Saiyan 4s. Two of them, the Vegito and the Broly, were probably the most hype and went on to get Awakenings. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw something similar here. There is another unit that I think could get a unit, and I forgot to get a picture of him up, but that would be Grand Priest Goku. So you could maybe have the Grand Priest Goku that transforms into UI Grand Priest Goku, For those of you who haven't seen, it's literally just kind of a standard Goku, but he's dressed up as Grand Priest in that uniform. He's had training from the Grand Priest, and then he rocks up, transforms into UI, just kicks everyone's ass. So that Goku was pretty OP. And again, it would feed into the thought of getting a transforming unit, which I would like to see. In terms of potentially getting an LR from Heroes, I know everyone wants to see an LR drop for Heroes this year. I think it would be this Super Saiyan 3 Rose or the Gogeta. You could make arguments for either one being so hyped that they deserve an LR. But yeah, they're kind of my thoughts on what I would be hoping to see from the upcoming Heroes celebration. Again, we've gone through kind of 3 phases here. We've gone through what we have at the moment, what is confirmed to be getting Awakenings, and what units could be coming. But I'm pretty confident that we could be seeing the Super Saiyan 3 Rose and the Gogeta. It would make sense. Insert joke, hi. You're right, man. I haven't seen you around in a bit. How have you been keeping? But yeah, they're the 3 phases that we've gone through in this video. Really hyped, really looking forward to it. What I think is really good about Heroes Celebration as well is that they've got increased drop rates on their banners. So you've got a much higher chance of getting SSRs. And what I found, I don't tend to actually use the Heroes units too much. You don't tend to get the Heroes. You don't tend to use the Heroes units too much. But when they come out, and especially now that we've got kind of crossover and Dragon Ball Heroes leads, if we get another updated kind of Heroes lead as well, they could be really runnable teams. They could even get their own Super Battle Road or something. Insert joke, I'm good. Rose and Gogeta are too new. Gogeta I agree with. Gogeta only came out, what, a week ago? Oh, not a week ago, about a month ago. I agree with Gogeta. I'd like to see the Rose Super Saiyan 3, because he's been around for 2 or 3 months now. So I would like to see him. If you missed it, the other unit that I only had 3 units kind of on the list that I thought might come out. They had Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4s also out around the same time, and we didn't get them. Yeah, so there's so many units that I've probably overlooked, but you haven't had the Limit Breaker forms yet, have you? So you got the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That's when I think he absorbs Super Saiyan Blue Goku's power in one of the Goku moments, where he's like, lend me your power, and he just gets everyone's energy. That could be a pretty cool moment as well, to be fair. I probably should have tried to find a picture of them. I don't think it would be impossible to see a Hearts, maybe. Well, is Hearts represented in Dragon Ball at the moment? We've got a Fu, haven't we? So that's the crossover category. Just take Phi off. No, so there isn't a Hearts either, is there? Certainly not one that awakens at the very least. Let me check the wiki. Yeah, just Fu. Yeah, so there's a couple of units that they have been around for a bit of time in there and they aren't represented. I think, as Insert Joke says, is that I think when we had the Hero Celebration last year, that's just when the full power or Limit Breaker forms were coming out, and it was and Hearts hadn't been around a massive amount of time in a fighting capacity when that came out. So it's certainly something we could see this year. Again, I think we'll be getting an Easy A. I think we'll be getting Easy A's for some of the older units. I'd like to see that anyway, because we haven't got any Easy A's for any Heroes units. And if you especially look at some of the bottom ones down here, like, they're not all that usable, although that's the crossover category. Let's pull up Heroes. So some of these older units down here, like I'd love to see like a Sealess Easy A. Sealess, I don't use him. But if you give him an Easy A, give him, I don't know, what's he got at the moment? Great lowers defense, make that great lowers attack and defense. He's an artificial life forms support. So make that maybe key +2, attack +30, and time travelers key +2, attack +30. Give him maybe 130, 140 attack and defense, and just make him a lot more usable. that's what I'd like to see anyway. I'd like to see an easy A for Heroes. I'd like to see an LR for Heroes. And yeah, that's it. It's always such a mixed bag. You just don't know what's coming, to be honest. But yeah, as I say, we've gone through a fair few things here. We've gone through what we've got at the moment. We've gone through what's been confirmed in terms of the 2019-2020 Awakenings. And we've also gone through a couple of the units that we think might be coming. I know it's only 20 or so minutes, but I did just want to jump in, do a quick video on it. Wasn't going to be a long stream, but I will be on again throughout the day today. So I'll be on UK time, probably around 12 o'clock, so in 4 hours or so. And I've got a bit of content lined up that I'd like to go through with you guys. So if you guys are about throughout the day, by all means jump on. Otherwise, I'll probably end the stream there. Again, I just want to make something short and sharp, get some Heroes content out there. But yeah, have a great day, guys. This has been Barwood Town. Again, as I say, short and sharp. But if you have liked the content, like, follow, subscribe. Yeah, you too, Paragon. We'll try and catch you later. Take it easy. Yeah, same with you, man. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.